Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany Cox, and actually it's been a little while since I've been here. I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. We had COVID and just a couple other sicknesses and things, and just this winter things have been not surprisingly, for 2021, just kind of unexpected, or 2020, excuse me. Oh my gosh, see, I can't even keep track of the days anymore. I was tagged in the 2020 takeaway tag by Brittany over at QueenBritters Writes, and I will link her channel down below. Thank you, Brittany. I so appreciate the tag, and I'm actually really excited to answer some of these questions. I enjoyed watching her video, which, like I said, I will link down below. But I can't wait to get started. So I'm going to be answering these questions over on my laptop because I can't have them on my phone at the same time as I'm recording. The first question, so for the 2020 takeaway tag, it's going to be just reflecting on this past year, and the first section is for writing. So the first question, what kind of creative work did you do in 2020 and how did you feel about the end result? Wow. Oh my goodness. So this year has been actually really cool for me because this is the first year I think that I've actually said out loud to other people other than like my best friend of like 16 years that I'm actually a writer. I love writing. That is what I want to do. I've wanted that since I was probably, 11, 12 years old. This year is the first year that I've actually decided to start a project, a novel that I want to publish. I have tons of them under my bed, but this is the first one that I want to do, that I'm comfortable with other people reading, and I'm actually really excited for other people to read. The creative work I did this year, most of the year I finished my first draft, but it needs a little bit of help as far as just polish and historical accuracy goes. I am writing a historical fiction novel, and it takes place in Petra in the Lost City. And you guys, I cannot explain to you just how much I've loved doing the research on this particular book, well, I say novel, but it will be a duology. I've already written, my first draft is already complete for the first two books. I have loved all the research and just really cool facts and things I've been learning about Petra and the culture there, the society, and just what an amazing people they are. I am excited to share that with you guys, and actually I was thinking about that this morning. I think that's going to be one of my next video ideas, telling you guys about the Nabateans and the lost city of Petra and why it's so amazing and why I get so excited and nerdy. You could probably tell every time I talk about it. How do I feel about the end result? I am actually pretty darn proud of myself. I have to say, not to brag or anything, but I've been writing for a long time, and my husband really is the one who has been encouraging me to write a book that I want to share with the world. This is that book, and I cannot wait until it's published, until I can actually hold it in my hands and read it. All right, so next question is, how would your protagonist/protagonists have reacted to the chaos of 2020? My book books, plural, starts in 332 BC in the lost city of Petra. So I feel like it was hard this year for us, but the hardships that, first off, my main protagonist, that she has experienced and is still experiencing, it wouldn't be 2020 to her, probably would not be hard compared to what she has gone through and is going to go through. All the stuff that us as authors are evilly plotting for them to walk through and go through. I don't feel like she would be that phased. She is a character who longs for a sense of security, so I would say that would probably rattle her a bit, but like I said, compared to what she's actually going through, I don't think she'd be fazed that much. Next question. What is a positive writing lesson you will take with you into 2021? The most positive writing lesson that I've learned this year is probably to just be okay with the way some of the writing process is going to go. I've watched so many AUTHORTUBE videos and, just heard from so many others about their writing journey and their novel and how they've come about it, that I think, oh, well, if I take these steps, this step to get here, then I'll eventually land here. When in all reality, every writer's journey is different. Every book is different. And my journey, my writer's journey is going to look different than others' writing journey. I think I kept comparing, this is what this person did, so I should be here in my novel, or I should be editing in this phase, or during this date. And everyone's journey is so different. And I would say for myself in 2021, if I could give that advice to somebody else or back to myself, I would just say, it's okay wherever I'm at. If I was planning on being published by the end of this year and I'm still just editing, I'm still in the second round of editing, that's okay. It doesn't mean I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that it's a bad book. I love my novel and I'm pretty confident that others will too. And it's okay that I'm in a different stage, or that you're in a different stage of your writing right now or with your novel. I would say as long as you love your book, you love writing it, and you're just going to continue to keep going, that would be the positive writing lesson I would say I learned this past year. Next one is share a favorite quote you wrote or read this year. And I'm already smiling because I actually know my favorite quote in my book, one of my favorite quotes that I wrote in my book, but I actually don't want to share it just because I really like it, and for some reason I feel like it's going to be stolen if I share it. Maybe it won't, I don't even know. It also gives a little bit away, so I don't want to share that yet, but I will in the future. I'm going to share some of those. I would say some of my other favorite quotes that I've read this year, I can't think of the quote exactly, but I read the Mark of the Lion series, not the beginning of this year, and I loved those books. If you haven't read the Mark of the Lion series by Francine Rivers, I think I'm going to put that link down below because that was what my husband got me for my birthday, was the boxed set, and each book is 160,000 pages. There's 3, it's a trilogy, but I will reread those probably till the day I die. There were so many good things in that book. YouTube/AuthorTube, first question. Something you did on your channel in 2020 that you are proud of? I started it. I would say I'm proud of that, I think, or just felt that pull to start a YouTube channel ever since, I want to say it was early summer, and then I did a writer's conference online in the summertime as well. And there's a whole thing about YouTube videos, and I just kept thinking, the idea kept coming back to me, maybe this is something I could do, maybe this is something I should do, and then ideas for YouTube videos would start popping in my heads, in my heads. Wow. If there are any of you out there that are watching this that are thinking, oh, I can't do a YouTube channel, or I need this, and that, I need A, B, and C, I would just encourage you to just start. Get your first video out of the way, get your first couple of really embarrassing videos out of the way, and then just start getting comfortable on camera. Question number 2, in what ways did you and your channel grow in 2020? So again, I think it would just kind of reflect on the first one. I don't have a ton of subscribers, I don't have a lot of views, but I'm okay with that right now because I know I'm just starting out, and eventually I'm pretty confident that if I stick with it, that it'll start to pay off. And for me, it's not really about the views, it's about maybe I'll reach 1 or 2 people out there that really need to hear that message that day. For those of you who know me, I can tend to be a bit of a, is it ambivert? whatever is between a cross between an introvert and an extrovert. It just depends on who I'm around. I could tend to be extroverted, but generally I would say for the most part, I'm an introverted person at heart. This is definitely stepping out of my comfort zone by putting this out there, but I'm glad that I did. The next question. What is another channel that brought you joy in 2020? It does not have to be AuthorTube. My favorite channel, I know the channel that I've watched the most videos on this year, or one that I watch probably every time they post something, would be the channel from Catherine Vogtberg, Now That I'm a Mother. Her channel is for moms, and I love the content on there. One of the main things I love on there is just how inspiring Catherine is. She's pretty honest about like her struggles or what she may be struggling with in motherhood at that time, and she's pretty honest about it. But I like that she kind of points us back to, hey, you can still have joy in motherhood, you can still enjoy motherhood and be a great mom and, you know, not succeed at everything. And the other thing I like is she has strategies for motherhood, as far as like getting laundry done this way, or as far as dishes or cleaning your house or waking up earlier before your kids, reading your Bible, things like that. Hers is probably my favorite channel. Even if you're not a mom, it might just be helpful. She has a lot of great things on there. My second is Abby Emmons, and I will link all of these channels down below because I would highly encourage you guys to head that way. For those of you who are writers, she has really great content on her videos as far as like how to or help videos with writing, and she kind of has an interesting a different perspective on this. She combines science and writing together, and it is so helpful to see her formulas for things, and even my most like intense plot points or things I need help with for my characters, or figuring out a character out that I just have one that I'm just thinking, I'm stuck. Like, what do I do with this character? Or I know there's something there and I can't figure it out. I like doing her exercises, and they help me every single time. I can't say that there's one video I've watched from her that does not give me either a new idea or does not help me with something I'm currently writing. So yes, I will link that one down below, but she is also one of my favorites. Bethany Atazadeh and her books as well, you guys. Marriage After God may have kind of turned into a podcast, but I love the content that they have. QueenBritters Writes. Brittany, I've actually enjoyed getting to know her, and on her channel, especially some of the stuff about video games. The next section is personal. Question 1. What new hobbies or interests came out of 2020? Wow. Interests or hobbies. I would say my hobby this year, obviously, it's always been writing, but I would say I can tell that I've poured more into my writing. I've been learning a lot about like how to grow my author platform, which is obviously still progressing and probably will for many years, but that is something I've taken an interest in kind of learning about. And then my other hobby would be doing the research for my book. I am really, like I said earlier, I'm really loving doing all the research and learning all this history about this place I've never been to, but I really so badly want to go. Yeah, that's been my hobby. The other hobby and interest I would say that I have is probably just school with my kids. This is our third year homeschooling actually, but we have found a new curriculum that we like this year, and I'm really loving it. I'm really impressed with the stuff that my kids learn, and I'm impressed with still how fun it is. No, I want to just put a quick disclaimer out there and say no, every day of schooling is not perfect. There are days that I want to pull my hair out still, but I don't think any curriculum is going to be like breezy and just fly through, especially not if they're learning like really good things. That's just my personal opinion. So that's actually kind of been a hobby of mine, the kids and I, and interest. The kids and I have looked forward to that when we do school together, and it's kind of like bonding time as well for us. So question number 2 in the personal section. What would you tell your past January 2020 self to mentally prepare for the year? I don't know. Why do I not know the answer to this question? I would say this year, minus COVID and whatnot, I would say even minus like the coronavirus and everything else that everyone is obviously dealing with this year, I would say this has been a hard year for my husband and I, me in general, just because this is the first year in a long time that I've gone back to counseling and therapy. And my therapist diagnosed me with PTSD in September. And that alone has been really hard. I feel like for a while there, it just felt like it was kind of overruling everything that I did. And I don't even know what I would say though to mentally prepare myself for that. I am thankful for the journey that I've been on so far, and it's changed my husband and I, like our marriage so far. We're relearning ways to communicate with each other, especially me, because I'm not very good at communicating, believe it or not. But I don't know what I'd say to mentally prepare for that. I don't know. I would say, I don't know, that God's got you. That He's taking care of everything, and it's going to be hard and difficult and different, but that I'm going to get through it, and you'll get through it, and it'll be okay. All right, so last question in the personal section. So what 3 positive words can you focus on come 2021? I was trying to think of things like, I don't know, tenacity and other like cool words, but honestly, when I read this, the first thing that comes to mind is keep moving forward. And I know that those might not individually be 3 positive words, but just those 3 words together, keep moving forward, I would say that's what I'm going to try to do with the PTSD and just the counseling that I've been receiving. And I would say just to keep moving forward, and in my relationship with my husband, my relationship with God, first and foremost, just keep moving forward with my kids, and just, I don't know, even just acknowledging what's going on right now and in the world, and just keep moving forward. My book, I'm so excited to start working with my editor in March. All of that stuff, just keep moving forward. And this book is not something that I want to give up on. I really just want to, again, keep moving forward. Sounds really cliche now, so I'm going to stop saying that, but that is what I would say. All right, everybody. So that was actually kind of fun. And Brittany told me, we're going to tag 3 people or more people. And I think, so the 3 that came to mind, I had 3 that automatically came to mind. First off, I want to say thank you, Brittany, for actually tagging me, because this was really fun and I enjoyed kind of digging this deep. It also kind of helped me get out of the stint of like not recording YouTube videos for a while, so this was kind of fun. So I would say my 3 people that I'm going to tag, 3 channels, are going to be Heather Pruitt, so it's H.A. Pruitt, and Anna Thalian. Sorry, I was going to try to practice and say that, but yes, so her channel, I'm going to link hers down below, so H.A. Pruitt, I am tagging you, as well as Jenna Van Maurik is a channel I've really been loving. I would say liking, but loving. And I've also connected with her and Heather on Instagram. And I really just like their warm personalities. I think that's something I'm very just drawn to with the two of them. And I've enjoyed, especially Heather, kind of just becoming friends with her on Instagram. It's fun when you make that community together. So, and I can't wait to read both of their books. So Jenna, hers will be out next year, and Heather, she has a book out that I have heard a few lines from, and it's actually on my Christmas list. The last one is going to be author Winter Kruger. I think I'm saying that right. Her name's spelled a little bit differently, but I follow her over on Instagram actually, and she, I believe, just started a YouTube channel. So her writing advice is really helpful, so I'm going to tag her as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in my comments. I hope they're still turned on because YouTube just keeps acting all weird on me, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of your videos, and tell me in the comments below what you would like to hear from my channel. So, all right, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps, especially for other author tubers and other writers. That helps us kind of just meet each other and share resources and whatnot. So have a good weekend, everybody, and Merry Christmas, and I will see you later.